Morning. Today, take a coffee. I think I'm gonna try and make it back here if I can. It's not as cold out this morning. Just waiting for the van to warm up. And gotta go down to WorkBC. See what we can get going on down there. If I can find parking. Last time I parked in a commercial spot by accident. Almost got towed, and I would have lost my vehicle. So I've been looking for something, and I've been hitting brick walls everywhere. Everyone told me I should be leaving whenever I can because there's no opportunities, right? There's a guy who I know in the area. He landed an interview. Nothing's guaranteed, so it could just be interviews and then gone, right? So good luck to him on that. A lot of times it's just about the numbers, to tell the government that, hey, we tried. So, and then after that, I don't know what's happening. With the way my money's going, I have to be careful, man. There's been nothing over at the agencies. I should have been working this morning. I should be up right now. And actually, I should be possibly even be on a job site right now. But they didn't call me and say that there was any work. So, yeah, that's how slow it is. So I'm going to try and make it through this weekend, see what happens. And if things don't change, I'm going to leave. I just don't know if it's going to be south, north, or east. East sounds scary, I know. But I don't have a choice if nothing happens out here. So, all right. Well, due to my current location, I don't have a choice but to actually travel like 15 kilometers just to go to the washroom. Yeah, there's been a lot of issues out here with certain kinds of people using the washroom and flooding everything. So I got to go down there. I got to go towards that way anyway, because I got to go down to. I have to head towards WorkBC to see if there's anything that they can help me out with. So, and if there isn't, then after this next little while, it's decision time. So, honestly, you guys, I'm getting really sick and tired of going through this anyway. Being in a van, and having like no work at all and everything. I'm at that point where I'm just so fed up with it. Okay, so I'm sorry. I know it's negative, but there's only so much I can do. It's out of my hands, man. Like, I'm not. It's like I've been saying whenever I'm being taken to court. I don't do the fucking hiring. Okay, So and I don't even get a phone call. Say, hey, you interested still? There's been nothing. Anyways, I gotta go find a washroom because I got an appointment with WorkBC, and I was lucky to even find a parking spot around here. This is a horrible area, man. They want to try to expand everything, but they don't have the parking available. So, anyways, I gotta go in there, see what's gonna happen, see if there's any offers or anything like that, and. It's out of my hands, man. Like, a lot of people have been jumping down my throat, my personal, saying, "Oh, calling me lazy and stuff like that." I'm putting out an effort, and I can't find jack diddly squat. So people that do that need to get off my case. Anyways, I had to go up here, get a parking pass, come back, and see what I can do. Over here at WorkBC right now, waiting to hear, talk to someone. Yeah, you guys, I will shave this off. Don't worry about that. But gonna see what happens. There's a young guy here who just landed a construction job, but he's got to go out of town for it, right? So, got to have a meeting and see what they say. Because, I'm not gonna get into all the details, but got about 20 minutes before I meet up with this guy. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I just got out of a really good meeting. I was very, very, very impressed. The ladies were comical, man. Holy smokes. The guy who I had the meeting with, he's trying to set me up. He said that, a lot of people are in the situation here. I am going to shave this. Don't worry, you guys. When the time comes, if something does come up, I always shave. I got interview clothes and everything in my van, right? So, he's trying to get me to sign up for some workshops and stuff like that, you know, and try and see whether or not they can get something going. They said that a lot of companies that go to them looking for people are understanding that there's a lack of housing available, and if you can find housing, that's great. That's going to be one of the things they want to do. They also said that they also did see my disability application. It was received by the government, but it could take a long time before anything happens with it. But he put his information in there so they can read that too, right? Because they're the counselors, right? So, and they said just keep on plugging away the best you possibly can. They're like, there's never, ever any guarantees, right? And then they're like, we're going to be looking for a position for you to help you out. He told me that the wage range, because of, I told him how I fixed my own van. He goes, that's huge. I'm like, how is that huge? I go, there's no guarantees that, like, there's no certification. He goes, no, trust me. He goes, a lot of people that come to us could be for someone from mechanically inclined people. He goes, that is considered as mechanically inclined. Did you fix your whole vehicle? And I told him what I did. I told him I've done my own tires. I've done my brakes, done my suspension, water pump, air intake. I go, I've even soldered the wires together and everything to make sure he goes, you're mechanically inclined. He goes, you just don't have the piece of paper, so maybe we could try and get you training for that and get you for it. And I go, but what about the address? He goes, we could try and help you out. He goes, we just need to find something that's going to pay you enough. And I go, but here's the other problem too. And I told him about the court thing coming up. And he goes, that could put a damper on you getting a place to live. I'm like, I know. So he goes, why can't they just back off and wait for you for 6 months to see whether or not you could land something, get things all the way, get secured, and then come after you? I'm like, because it's out of my say. I'm not the plaintiff, right? So, but anyways, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go wherever I can go, and which is forward. So, all right, guys. Well, I just met another young guy. His name's Antonio. He just subscribed to my channel. So if you see this, brother, thanks for the good talk, man. I appreciate it, man. And he was saying to me, don't give up on YouTube. Do the shorts. Do everything you can. Just, you know, you'll grab the interest. You'll blow up one day and stuff, right? And so a lot of you guys have been saying the exact same thing to me, right? You know, so, but yeah, I'm going to share more with you guys about what's going to be happening with WorkBC and stuff. That's where he just was too. So, yeah, he's a great guy. Holy smokes. You know, so yeah, it's a confidence builder, you know. I got to find a gas station. I got a gas card from them. I can get some free gas. So I have to go inside to do it. So maybe I should do that now. Let's see. Come on. There. I think that's what it's called. Okay, there's... Which one's closer? That one is. $7 minutes away, so I might as well go that way first. Now he's gonna backtrack a little bit, but that's okay. So, and then I want to try and get a bite to eat and stuff like that too. I got my salad here and stuff. So, but otherwise, it's been a productive day so far. So, but yeah, you know, he's like, you know, just keep on plugging away. You know, I'll get you away from what you're doing eventually. So, I was like, well, I'm in my 50s. He goes, don't worry about that. Just keep on uploading. Upload. He goes, do a lot of the shorts, man. He goes, that's what my buddy did. He did a lot of shorts, and eventually his channel blew up. He goes, like, if you're just taping the rain, people like that. Well, we do have rain coming in. All right, let's go get the gas. Yeah, so just to give you guys an update as to the findings that they had. Now, they did confirm that there's next to nothing going on with Labor Unlimited, okay? And with the other company I'm with, they said there's no point in trying too much with them because you're not going to get anywhere. Unless you've got skills, you got tickets and all that, they're not going to be able to get you in there. According to the communication said was that they're looking for people that are more highly skilled, like for example in the construction field, or just show that you got some kind of a ticket to where they don't have to really get you trained, because that's where the money apparently goes up, right? I did tell him that, well, I know a guy that's a welder, and he had a hell of a time. They're like, yeah, we've been seeing that a lot with a lot of trades people coming through, and they can't find anything, and that's why they go down here to try and get the leads and see if maybe, just maybe, something can work out, right? So so what they want me to do is the day after I have court, okay, is they want me to go in there and have right now it's I think it's 1 or 2 days or whatever of one day is basically doing my resume to see where it's at, how good it is, see if it's the kind of that people are looking at for up-to-date stuff, right? I told him it was professionally done, but I also understand, because maybe there's some things that could be wiped off of it because it's obsolete, right? So they're going to take a look at that, and then the day after that, they said if I want to, I could get a session where I'm doing a thing regarding interviews, and I told him I've never had a problem with that. I've had the problem with getting that phone call saying, hey, we're interested in you, right? Interview wise, I've never ever had a problem with that. And he's like, okay, good. So he looked at absolutely everything that was going on in the system, and he had to fix a few things, right? But other than that, he was saying, everything is looking good. He goes, we just need to get this other stuff going and get just to, basically get me up to speed with things, where the economy's at now, right? And so he was like, and we will get, we'll help you out if you need something. And he goes, I can even ask to see whether or not we can give you something for your vehicle insurance to keep you going, gas money to keep you going, if you need a little bit of food here and there. I was like, wow, this is huge, because I never experienced this in Burnaby. And so yeah, they're trying to do things. And he goes, and we're also going to be trying to find the offers where they understand that right now there's a massive lack of housing everywhere, and they just want to get your foot in the door, right? And I told him, well, I'm on YouTube and stuff, and he's like, keep on doing that no matter what, because you never know what the future holds, right? So it's like, yeah, I guess. He goes, because anything to get yourself off the system to make more money is better than being on it. So yeah, so that's where it's at. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to go to a spot. I'm going to have my salad, have my lunch, have my Maltese. Looks like this won't be a day for making money, but maybe, I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, I'm going to concentrate on the road. So before I actually end this video, you guys, I wanted to give you guys a heads up that because I don't have any power cords for my jackery, it's the reason why I can't be in the back showing you guys things right now, showing me cooking and whatnot, right? I've done cooking. I've had to do it a little bit earlier because the sun goes down quicker, right? So, yeah, with next to no daylight, and there's like no light in here, like even if I turn these suckers on, they're dull. They're not LEDs. There's the originals, right? And the back, there's just, I periodically get light back there, right? Like last night I had a little bit. I was able to charge my phone, but otherwise the jackery is running out of power, and I'm not going to have my new cord till probably Wednesday to be safe, right? That's my next court day, right? So, so yeah, so please bear with me on my content. I don't know what's going to happen next. WorkBC is working on things, or trying to get me to do things that quite frankly I don't need, but hey, you never know what can happen, right? So, yeah, so I gotta go every single day trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, I can't rely on it, right? So, yeah, I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. So, there's no camping, no nothing like that going on. I'm gonna tape whatever I can of whatever I'm doing every single day that I can. But if it's not the long form, the videos like I'm doing, it will be shorts. So please support my shorts, right? Because we need to get the algorithm going if we're going to end up keeping this channel going, right? So anyways, I'm going to get going here. It wasn't a very eventful day, but the sun's going down. So, yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Stay tuned for most that I can get my hand, can't even talk straight. Stay tuned for more if I can. And I'll try. Talk to you soon.